What's good, people? I want to say I try my best to give y'all some entertaining stuff, but more times out of 10 it don't end up that way. But if you want to see it happen live, then go to this or YouTube channel because that's where I stream. I go live Wednesday as well as the weekends. Also, I may be starting a new series entitled Things I Have a Problem With, where it is nothing related to gaming at all. And, if you want to just hear what I got to say about a couple of subjects, then that series goes live Thursdays. Not every Thursday, I want to say, because I play other games too. But yeah, Thursdays. So like I said, if you think all I do is play video games, well, you're like 40% right. But let's not forget, I'm also a human too. I'm definitely not AI. Beep, boop, beep. Anyway, folks, welcome to Field Hunting at night, and I bought an M82. Normally I bring out a bugle if I knew it was nighttime, but we can't decide that now, can we? So I gotta live with it. So if you're new here, if not, this is the first video that you're watching on my here channel. Let me tell you something. I play this game a bit differently. So, Call of Duty, what I'm saying, there are slide canceling sweats and whatnot. In this game, there are people that slide on ice. Like they run straight toward you, but they go like a foot to the left and a foot to the right every half second. But they're running straight toward you. And you can't hit them. Right? That's this game's definition of sweats. So, if you look at pretty much any other person's channel, they may do that. You know what I'm saying? But me, I would like to think that I'm not a try-hard, if not a sweaty player. What I do instead is I use my brain. That's what I like to do. I like to strategize and outplay people. One of the dopest feelings, or let me rephrase that, the biggest injection of serotonin and dopamine in my brain comes from watching a guy, pause, let me keep going with that statement, watching a guy go set up someplace, be in a corner and aim at a door, or some shit. That's a very low level example, but watching a guy go into a house, set up bombs and traps and whatnot, and proceed to make that house his home. Okay, cool. Where do I come in at? Well, I toss a good old-fashioned radiation grenade in the house and blow his shit up, and he runs out panicking, and I kill him. Right? But here is a how can I put this? A real life, not real life, a more recent and more real example. So in this here game, there's a mode called Shootouts, and Shootouts is where you basically get to respawn, but you shoot again, right? Think about it like team deathmatch, but there's no team. It's just free-for-all deathmatch, right? Some people will find their damnedest way to lock down one area, right? All the while, I've been watching them as I've died, because, free-for-all people die, and you get to spectate people. So I watch dude, and I figure out what he's doing. And I'm like, okay, so if he's there watching that area, I can go up here and headshot him. What I'm trying to say here is that my best serotonin injection is proving someone wrong that they think they have the best strategy in the game and it's untouchable. That beagle's going crazy behind me. But yeah, that's what I love to do, right? You think you have such a foolproof plan? Well, guess what? I ain't no fool. And I don't need proof. I can just show you that your plan don't work by headshotting you. That's what I like to do, right? But that's shootouts. What about in encounters? I take the same thing, just don't take the aspect of spectating someone because, well, you can't, and watch them, figure out what they're doing, figure out what they're going to do next, and then take my plan of action and kill them. That's that, right? Yeah, I want to say this guy watched me walk straight past him. Because, look at his loadout. He got a little bit of stuff, like some nails and some wire, but the rest was stuff he bought from his house. So, he didn't move that far. He didn't. Now, I don't know where he spawned at, but yeah, he didn't move that far. But back to, if you're watching my channel for the very first time or whatever. See, I was brought up in the mid-90s, which means I started getting memory in like, what, the early 2000s? You know what I'm saying? I was brought up on games like Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. I didn't play Splinter Cell. I played it for the channel, but I didn't play it as a kid. So, the whole notion of, you know, sneaking around, headshotting people, putting people to sleep with a tranquilizer dart, all that good stuff, yeah, it comes natural to me. And right here I was checking for a comm station. There's no comm station. Okay, well, let's keep going. So, why'd I bring that up? If you notice in this here game, I like to stalk people before ending them, so I can figure out what they're up to. You know what I'm saying? Also, and I say this, or I said this in my early stages of making YouTube videos, remember in Metal Gear Solid, like the series, especially 2, where you would see a dot on the minimap, and that dot had a cone? Crows. Okay, this exit is contested. But like I was saying, Metal Gear Solid 2, right? If not games previous, you had a mini-map, and on that mini-map you had dots, and those dots had cones, like cones of vision. You know what I'm saying? So the dot represents an enemy, and a cone, obviously, represents how far they see. You know what I'm saying? So, I would like to think as myself being a dot with a yellow cone of vision at all times. And if you played Metal Gear Solid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If the cone turned yellow, then the enemy is suspicious. If it's blue, they're just on their normal patrol path. But if the cone is red, guess what? You're being hunted down and being shot at. Me, I would like to think I'm on guard at all times. But how do I be on guard at all times when I'm just, you know, seemingly walking around with weapons in my back? Well, two things. First, you notice that my camera never stays in one place at one time. Or never stays in one place for an extended amount of time. Except for right here, because I'm just running to relocate. Second thing, I have in some headphones. When I say headphones, I mean Xbox wireless Bluetooth headphones. They'll cost you a pretty penny, but they're worth it. So, I would like to think I'm on guard at all times. That's how I like to think. You see, the problem people have about this here game is, yes, the game has bugs. Yes, the game can be broken sometimes.
The plane is near. Get ready for the airdrop.
But the biggest problem people have in this game is they don't wear headphones. And it's funny I bring that up because I play Call of Duty DMZ from time to time. And 80% of times that I die, I don't wear headphones. Because I don't take the game that seriously. I mean, let's face it, there's no more updates. So why would I sit here and be like, gotta get this skin, knowing damn well I don't play anything else but DMZ. But I'm pretty sure you have enough of an introduction now. The video is halfway over, so let's talk gameplay. Bruh. Crows. They're still here? But wait a minute. Let me think about something. What if I go forward and just peer and peep and peek, if you will? But then the thought hits me. This is night field content. There's a guy camping this here exit, and you don't know where he's at. Do you think that's a good idea? No, it's not a good idea. So, I'll come over here to the airdrop. and you know what's going to happen next. There was a guy who came on one of my videos and said, "Are you sure that that radiating an airdrop is a good idea? Won't people see the radiation cloud?" You would be surprised at how many people run straight into a radiation cloud to grab an airdrop. Most people don't know what radiation looks like. Some people will run into a radiation cloud and use iodine to get rid of the cloud. But how do you not get rid of the cloud, but to defeat the effects of a radiation cloud? So how do you avoid that? You put booby trap on an airdrop. They're stuck there in animation, which means that iodine that you would have been using, it became less effective because you're spending more time than what you think you would spend in a cloud, right? So yeah, they may make it out, but guess what? Radiation. I don't know if y'all heard them, but I heard some footsteps. And I've been around the block a few times. People will camp the cliff face running up to the church to watch the container. And that might be what this man is doing, or was doing, I should say. That might be what he was doing. But who knows, right? I say that, who knows. My man had an M82. You know for a fact he was somewhere watching a vast area, because that's what M82 is designed for, right? So, airdrop's still on the ground, which is surprising because the match just announced it's, hey, get your ass out because I'm finna cover you in radiation. So, why is the airdrop still sitting right there? Someone grabbed the time safe. That's over and done with. That's long gone, right? But I decide, hey, that exit. Remember, I crossed it twice and crows went off. Gee, I wonder if it'll go off a third time. So if you're new here, I don't gotta explain this shit to you. Edgar Allan Poe, the Raven. But I'm gonna say it for the sake of this here video. Ravens and crows are kind of the same thing. They represent death. So in this here game, if someone is at an exit and you approach said exit, crows will go off. If you're near an exit and someone approaches you, guess what? Crows go off. Crows are the game's way of saying, hey, you might not want to go this way, my guy. Because someone is here. Someone is here. Alright. So, if someone is there, where are they at? You can fuck around and find out. But you might die, because chances are they're in the bush, and you won't see them until they fire at you. Right? But it could be anywhere near the exit. Not in the exit, but near an exit. Radiation has covered about 80% of the map. And I don't know if y'all can see it from here, but that container is still closed. It don't take a rocket scientist to put 2 and 2 together. Closed container. Camped exit. Exit near a container. Draw a conclusion with the lightest weight pin you can find this side of the Western Hemisphere. Someone is watching that container, and they've been doing so for the past 8 minutes. They really want that container. And sure enough, someone just sprinted out the bushes and ran straight toward the container. My problem, radiation obscures your vision. So I can't see worth a damn. I probably aimed at him just now and I didn't know it was him. But notice that they're doing it quietly. They don't want to be seen. And that lines up as I load in the empty M82. That would have been hella embarrassing. That lines up because, like I said, for the better part of about, 8 minutes, maybe 6, they didn't want to be seen to the point where they're in a bush for 6 minutes or so. But here's a problem with not being seen. Once you do get seen, what are you going to do?
You have proved yourself as a killer. But will you stay alive when others know where you are?
See, I could have used the M82 for that. I could have. But with the M82, you get one shot. And if you miss, guess what? Your target becomes a lot more scared and they start moving a lot erratically. A lot more erratically, if you will. But if you use a bugle, I shoot and I miss, shit, it's fine. There's like another 3 bullets coming after that. So, he might run into another bullet. We don't know. So that's why I decided to use a bugle. But let's point out the obvious here. The guy's strategy was to wait everyone out and go for the container in the dead of night, which is radiation, and get out of there safely. Okay, cool, right? But he met his worst nightmare. A guy that figured out he was there. But check this out. What if I wasn't who I am? What if I was a raincoat with a damn pistol? And I decided I'm gonna do the same thing. Wait out everyone else and then go for the container. Well, what then? Right? Guys, this strategy does not work. It don't. As soon as someone gets the same strategy as you, as in wait everyone else out, you all are still going to be right back at square one, where you think everyone left, it's safe. Other guy says everyone left, it's safe. Y'all run for the container at the same time, guess what? Gunfight. The same thing you were trying to avoid for the entire match because you were sitting in a bush for the entire match. You're going to get into a gunfight. You are going to die at some point. It is okay. Go home, re-up, get back out there. Dying is the easiest way to learn. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.